All right, everybody, good morning. It's Friday, October 17th, 2025. And boy, I don't know if any of you guys happened to see what went down in Cincinnati, but we had another one of those classic Thursday night. Anything can happen. I told you guys, Wednesday. Watch out for the Thursday night game. The Bengals might get a little froggy and surprise the world. And boy, howdy, did they ever. Overreactions after Bengals win over Steelers. Joe Flacco saves season, question mark. Aaron Rodgers to rethink retirement, question mark. We will see about that. Jeff Kerr has this for us over at CBSSports.com. We will read through the overreactions from what was a very, admittedly, more fun game than I anticipated it to be. And Cincinnati, when they're actually firing on offense, they do have some guys there that can ball. I'm looking at you, the two big wide receivers, and Chase Brown. Chase Brown, very underutilized this year over in Cincinnati. The guy is a talented running back. But we'll look at that, and then we're just going to kind of keep talking about it until we're over it for a little bit here. NFL Films deletes video ripping Brian Branch. Lions veteran defensive tackle was not pleased with a video released by the NFL. This coming to us from Lions on SI. Our boy John McCron 13 hours ago. So we'll take a look at that. And, not to be beating a dead horse, but things just keep getting fishier and fishier. The more you dig, the weirder things get. Then I'd like to point out that, some of you in the chat have been speaking out about Juju being kind of a turd, and Colts Zaire Franklin back suspended Lions safety Brian Branch over Juju Smith-Schuster fight. Zaire Franklin says Smith-Schuster needed his behind tanned up a little bit, so we'll talk about what Zaire Franklin has to say. Kind of a little bit more ammo in our gun, making us feel a little bit more better about ourselves for Brian Branch doing what, even though I said was the wrong action, led to the correct outcome. Then we'll take a look over at Pro Football Talk. This ad is kind of eating up half of the screen. That's awesome. Don't like that. We will take a look at New York involvement in Jared Goff touchdown catch potentially opens Pandora's box. We're going to go ahead and hit refresh on this page to get that ad out of here. So we'll see what Mike Florio has to say about the Sunday night nonsense and tomfoolery that 90 seconds after the touchdown was made, somebody made some type of a decision to pick up, wave off the touchdown and throw a flag on the Detroit Lions. But we'll see. You guys know as well as I do. Hey, there it is. Thomas Donner right there. The NFL is scripted. Yeah. You guys know it. I said it early on this week. And I think I even said it late last week that the NFL is trying to bolster the Chiefs because there is no clear-cut front runner in the AFC, and they're going to have to dust off old Patrick Mahomes and roll out Patty Mahomes again for everyone to be happy about. Finally, guys, we'll just take a look ahead because we have the Monday night game. We're going to have to do our pregame show or our preview show Monday morning and then a pregame show Monday evening. So we're not going to completely dive into the game, but we will look over at what Sideline Report has to say. Detroit Lions secondary looking dangerously thin ahead of Monday night's clash. We'll take a look at Detroit is without best players on the back end. Personally, I'm really leaning on the narrative that Kirby Joseph will be okay with that extra day to recover, that extra day being on a Monday night game. I'm really leaning into that narrative. I do want to shout out all of you in Mad Hatter Nation tuned in this morning on a Friday morning. Brent DeWitt's here. Thomas Donner, how you doing? He says, the NFL is scripted, and I do agree with you. Ryan Allen is here. Hi, diddly ho, neighbor. Hi, diddly ho to you as well, my dude. We do have a poll up in the chat. 6 of you have already gone ahead and cast a vote. 1 like equals 1. Let's go, Lions. Forward down the field with 100% of the vote. That's what we like to see. No, I'm a tool with 0%. We don't like any tools over here at the Hat and Beard Show. Mad Hatter Nation, no tools around here. You guys are far too smart to be a bag of tools. That's what we love about you guys. If you haven't already, would you kindly walk on over to the subscribe button, subscribe to that channel, or this channel if you're new here, ring that notification bell so you can be notified every single time we go live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. here at youtube.com, as well as pregame shows and preview shows. Whenever the Lions have a game, we will go live leading up to kickoff, roughly a little bit before, making some bets and trying to build us some parlays. Always remember to gamble responsibly. Please like the video, share this video around with all your friends. It's the #1 way that you can help boost us in the algorithm and help get us out more eyeballs on us. This has been arguably the single most successful week we've had on YouTube, and it's because of each and every one of you doing the yeoman's work and heavy lifting, building our lats, building our shoulders, and building our quads while you guys lift from the deadlift position and then hoist me up above your head to say, hey guys, look at all this with Atlas-sized shoulders. You guys are absolutely awesome. I appreciate each and every one of you for all that you do. Now that that's out of the way, guys, let's get into the Friday edition. Oh, happy Friday. I'm going to get reprimanded when I go into work. We will dive into it, guys. Let's get into the show.
If you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well then hell, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go out on the attack.
Let's go, Lions. Let's go, you, Mr. Detroit City. I do appreciate the offer, my guy. I am just not ready at that point yet. Kind of circling the 1,000 subscriber mark as when we need to start branching out a little bit more. I am also a little bit of a control freak, so I'm kind of an ass. I'm kind of an ass, and I'm kind of a control freak. So I do appreciate it, but we're not quite there yet as far as the channel's concerned. And I got just too many stressors outside of here right now to be dealing with that, though I do appreciate it. And I did want to shout out, you've done a clip as well, and I think Carrie did a clip. For whatever reason, maybe it's my old and archaic phone, whenever I click on the notification that says someone remixed it, it just takes me to my video. So I think that's something on my end, but I've never been able to successfully utilize that. I don't know how that works. Shout out though, we are going to be doing a little bit. I think I'm going to make a short today. I used to make a lot of shorts, guys, but we kind of got out of the shorts game because it never transitioned well to viewers to long form content. And I do find that with short form content, 1 out of every 3 new subscribers is generally a bot, and within 24 hours it gets scrubbed. So it gives a false inflationary sense of where I'm at, and I like to really sharpen down the numbers and have really precise indicators on where I'm at. And when I get into the shorts game, it gets a little too ridiculous. But we are going to make a little short around something, and if we got time at the end of the show, I'm going to run the clip that I want to work with for you guys, just to see what you guys kind of think about it. But before we do all of that, we're going to hit the oil can, then we're going to dive into the story about Thursday night's game. Boys, I watched a little bit of it. Admittedly, dinner last night ran a little bit later than I think we intended to. But you know what? Had a little sushi dinner with my mom for her birthday. A little late on it, but it was awesome. And I tell you what, boys, this morning the sushi is getting loose, if you know what I'm saying. Been getting my cardio in running from one room to the other. You know what I mean? But it was good. We got home. I was able to watch a little bit of the game. Not a game I really had circled, but god damn, there was not jack shit on a Thursday night. So over to Amazon Prime, we went, me and Hat and Boobs. Fell asleep on the couch, woke up just in time to see old Smokin' Joe leading the Cincinnati Bengals. That's right, Smokin' Joe Flacco. Smokin' Joe Flacco leading the Cincinnati Bengals to a big win over the Aaron Rodgers-led Pittsburgh Steelers. I swear we are not living in the upside down. This is just football in 2025. Overreaction for the Bengals win over the Steelers. Let's take a look, dive right down into it, guys. Joe Flacco saved the Bengals season. If he keeps on this rate he's going, we're going to have to change that name from Smokin' Joe Flacco, and he's going to be just like Nick Foles, Big Dick Joe. Overreaction or reality? It is a reality, ladies and gentlemen. Did the Bengals need that win or what? Cincinnati was starting at 2-4 record after the Bengals lost to the Packers on Sunday. The first game, Joe Flacco was the starting quarterback. Flacco was on the team for less than a week when he was asked to start and needed time to get his feet wet. Even though the Bengals lost the game, they had some optimism they could move the ball offensively with old smoking Joe Flacco. Not only did the Bengals get a good performance from Flacco, they got a performance of the year. The 40-year-old Flacco went 31 of 47 for 342 yards and 3 touchdowns and 0 interceptions for a 108 passer rating, including 3 for 3 for 61 yards on the game-winning drive to upset the Steelers. I swear to you guys, we are not in the mid-teens. This is not the 20-teens. This is 2025. Joe Flacco is throwing for 300 yards with a 108 passer rating to beat the Steelers. Okay, this is reality. This is actually happening again. Holy shit. It's like all of a sudden teams figured out how to throw the ball vertically. You know what I'm saying? Duncan Stewart, what's up, dude? Yes, dude. Exactly, dude. 342? Yeah, sign me up. I don't care if you're 40 years old, dude. Ain't many guys. Did you ever see Drew Brees launching 47 pass attempts for 342 yards in his 40-year-old seasons? Drew Brees is throwing that ball down the line of scrimmage, not vertically. But old Smoking Joe goes, fuck it, my kid's favorite player is Jahmyr Gibbs. What do I got to lose? You know what I'm saying? The Bengals looked like an offense that was finally able to go downfield with Flacco using Jamar Chase to the best of his ability. Chase got 23 targets. That is fucking nuts. And T. Higgins had premium usage as well with 10 targets. Getting your money's worth out of those guys. It's like the ownership group is like, hey, we're paying all these money to these motherfuckers. Give them the damn ball. Throw me the damn ball. Keyshawn Johnson. The AFC North is certainly up for grabs with Flacco and the Bengals offense clicking like this. The sky's the limit for Flacco if he can get protected, and the Bengals can get the ball downfield. Joe Flacco saves Zach Taylor's job. Overreaction or reality? Unfortunately for you, Cincinnati fans. Unfortunately for everybody else, that's a reality. Zach Taylor is very lucky that he coaches for the Cincinnati Bengals, who historically cling on to middling coaches for far too long. Taylor shouldn't have been on the hot seat with Joe Burrow out, but his record without Burrow since 2020 is 6-12. The year Burrow was drafted. Overall, Taylor is 8-26 without Burrow. Taylor got the Bengals' job in 2019. Without Burrow, Taylor was an easy target. The Bengals could have moved on from Taylor after the season if they continued to struggle without Burrow, even though Jake Browning immensely struggled to move the offense. Yeah, and the thing is, I was like, hey, Jake Browning's not too bad, and then this season it's just like, oh, Jake Browning is trash. This is why the Bengals traded for Flacco, as Taylor needed a quarterback to provide stability to his offense. Burrow was able to move the chains consistently, going 8 of 11 for 105 yards with a touchdown and 0 interceptions, a 132.8 passer rating. He was able to get the ball to Chase, having a 103.7 passer rating targeting Chase and a 125.4 targeting Higgins. Taylor finally was able to have a quarterback that can run his offense and win some games. This victory over the Steelers took Taylor off the hot seat for now, as the Bengals are formidable again. Okay. Okay there now, boys. You pump the brakes on that one there. We're going full Midwestern voice on this. Oh, there now, boys. You're going to want to go ahead and temper your expectations, okay? One close win against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Don't go ahead and anoint them now as kings of the AFC. Now, okay, you're going to have to go ahead and pump the brakes on that one. Joe Flacco was the best quarterback on the Browns. Overreaction or reality? Well, that's a reality, and I don't think we're going to dive into that one. There's no need to discuss what we already know. Beating a dead horse and poking the brown eyes in their brown eye is not what we need to be doing right now. You don't kick a guy when he's down. Steelers loss will bring them back to the field in the AFC North. That is an overreaction. If the Steelers wanted to run away with the AFC North, beating the Bengals would have been paramount. Pittsburgh had an opportunity to have a 4-game lead in the loss column in the division, but couldn't get it done because the script does not call for it. Sire, we need them to watch what's going on. If they run away with the division too early, eyeballs will not be on the game, and we will not make the money, sire. Sire, we must script the Bengals to win. Think of the narrative, sire. Think of the money we can make, sire. This cannot be a meritocracy, sire. The script does not call for the Bengals to lose. The script calls for the Bengals to win, sire. If Steelers, we already read that part. Instead of the Steelers are 4-2, and the Bengals are in second place in the division at 3-4. The Baltimore Ravens are getting Lamar Jackson back this week so they can see if they can make a run following Pittsburgh's loss. Yes, sire, Lamar Jackson shall be back for the Ravens, and this will cause even more drama, sire. Yes, the eyeballs that we can draw to the screens, the money that we can make, sire, yes. So they can see if they can make a run following Pittsburgh's loss. The Steelers' schedule gets tougher, too, facing the Packers, Colts, and Chargers over the next 3 games. Could the Steelers fall back to the pack? Absolutely. But Aaron diddly-do Rodgers is playing well, and the offense is moving the ball. The defense needs to patch up some communication issues, but the Steelers can use the mini-bye to correct that. The next 3 weeks will determine how good the Steelers truly are. Was Thursday's loss a temporary setback or a sign of things to come? And finally, Aaron Rodgers will reconsider retirement following the season. This, they say, is an overreaction because Aaron diddly-do Rodgers is going to do whatever the hell he wants to diddly-do. Rodgers has stated he believed this season would be his last in the NFL, hence why he signed a 1-year deal with the Steelers. He's walked back that statement, sort of. Yet it is believed Rodgers could still go through with his retirement decision. Should he? Rodgers is playing well in his first season in Pittsburgh, completing 68% of his passes for 1,200 yards and 14 touchdowns to 5 interceptions, a 105 passer rating. He's on pace to throw for 3,500 yards and 40 touchdowns. Not bad for a 41-year-old quarterback. Rodgers has proven he can still play, but does he want to continue testing the foundation of youth and try to play at a high level for another season? You guys see this, right? Take a look right here for another Sionson. Damn. Not gonna lie. When I read Sionson, I was like, well, this is probably I was like, well, it's probably from a B list, media outlet. Oh no! This is a trusted name in news. We are the authority. We are your trusted media outlet. And remember that they are playing at a high level for another Sionson. S-E-A-O-S-N. Sionson. Yes, very big money at CBS for Sionsons. This depends on how well he plays down the stretch and how far the Steelers can go in the playoffs, giving Rodgers another opportunity to win another Super Bowl. What is Sionson? How does that even, how does the editor not catch this? How does your spell checker not catch this? Sionson. Well, let's hope that we can have an enjoyable Sionson in the AFC North. Sire, now that the AFC North is up for grabs, sire, we can get more eyes on them. Yes. How we doing, Mad Hatter Nation? Oh, wow, you guys are kind of going, whew, hello. All right, then. Duncan Stewart, good to see you in the chat, bro. You are going bananas. I got a lot of exercise jumping to conclusion. It's a jump to conclusions, Matt, Keep up. Oh, dude, you don't have to delete it, bro. Mr. Detroit City. Bro, you don't have to delete it. I was just letting you know that, I can't, on my mobile, when I get the notification, it doesn't work. You guys can clip whatever you want. You're totally fine. I'm just letting you know that, as far as my channel, the Hat and Beard Show brand, I'm not doing clips quite yet. You know what I mean? That's not something that I'm willing or wanting to do quite yet. I'm still trying to deal with this, plus 30 subscriber growth we had over the last couple of days. We're just trying to stabilize. He was amazing now. They got a great swarming defense, second string QB. We got lucky. Duncan, I was actually kind of impressed because early on in the season, I said that we were going to see what kind of experiment Cincinnati was going to do. They invested all this money into the triplets, the 2 wide receivers and Joe Burrow, and mostly had to roll with very underpaid and rookie defenders, low end. And I'm not taking away from the guys, right? I'm not taking away from the talent of the guys, but low end talent as far as the pay scale is concerned. And admittedly, Cincinnati was kind of able to get after us, and we chalked it up to, right? Trey Hendrickson being all-world everything going against Giovanni Manu. Well, in this game, there was no Trey Hendrickson, right? And that Cincinnati defense maybe this is the game that the young guys turn the corner. You know what I'm saying? Because the Cincinnati team that I watched last night was not the same Cincinnati that the Lions played a couple weeks ago. They were two entirely different teams, and I think they really turned a corner. 30-year-old Jared leads the NFL with 76%, 14 touchdowns. We happy, damn straight. And Ndamukong Suh kicks people when they are down. He stomps on them, and Ndamukong Suh is a dirty player. We need the gambling skim. I mean, the competitive. I like it, Duncan. Why do we beat Tampa, then the Vikings at 6-2? Yeah, I honestly, bud, I personally. Oh, what's up, Brandy? Good to see you, sister. Happy Friday, guys. I am a Baker Mayfield fan, so I do feel a little bit bad for the beatdown that Baker's going to be taking Monday night on primetime. Aaron's not retiring, says Buddy Kinkito? Buddy Kinkito, nice to see you. Happy Friday, brother. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, I don't think Rodgers is going to retire either. I think he just likes playing games. I think Aaron Rodgers likes thinking that he's the smartest man in the room and that he's just playing mind games with everybody. Can play like 2 full seasons during and ayahuasca. That's damn straight. That's damn straight, dude. If he goes and does another darkness retreat, or sorry, there was like a piece of hair or something floating around. Hat and Beard Industries. Well, actually, Aaron, please retire. Hell yeah, buddy. Duncan, eventually it won't be Hat and Beard Industries, but one day if we get big enough, I fully intend to have my own brand of a product, and I want to own my own beef jerky line. I want to own my own beef jerky company. Kind of like how all the other YouTubers make candy and they do coffees and mugs and stuff. I want to make jerky, and I want to source the meats from American farmers, and I want to keep it as simple as possible. Ultimately, that's what I'd like to do, and I'd like to call it Hat and Beard's Beef Stick, so you can put Hat and Beard's Beef Stick in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers wants to touch the youth. Read the room, man. Damn straight. Prestige worldwide. Duncan, merch. No idea what I want to do with merch yet. If I want to go the merch route, again, that starts a whole business side of things that like I don't quite understand. Sourcing, pricing. It's business stuff that I don't really understand. Venison jerky, one sale here, dude. I would love if I could find a way to source actual venison jerky. Obviously, then it with seasons kind of being up and down, that's a little bit more harder to source. I would probably look into like the big 3, like a beef, chicken, and some type of a salmon, or a beef and a turkey and some type of a salmon. First kind of go around. Personally, I eat a lot of fucking jerky. I eat a lot of salmon jerky. But that's just kind of the avenue I was thinking. And then maybe eventually one day we could do some merch. Like I was just thinking of like making like a shirt with like frig off on it, or bonga frig off, or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's nothing that I like to think about too much now, because it's putting the cart way too far ahead of the horse for me. And I don't like to count my ducks before they're chickens. So until we really get to a point where I feel comfortable enough to do something like that, basically, like, especially this week, you guys, this week right now, I'm dealing with a lot of imposter syndrome, because I'm having, and this isn't like, I don't really care about people coming into my, and leaving comments or whatever, but like, I'm kind of dealing with a little bit of imposter syndrome, because I'm getting comments from people that are treating me like I'm a big time YouTube creator, like a huge channel. Like they're dropping these fucking essay long rebuttals to my videos. And it's like, bro, I have 760 subscribers. Like, who the fuck do you think I am? So a little bit of imposter syndrome, because like, I feel like I'm being treated and respected as though I have this like platform and these like hard thought opinions. But at the same time, I'm just a stupid fuck who, like, I wear boots with Velcro and zippers on them, so that Hat and Beard, what she does is on Monday mornings, I step into my boots and she ties them up for me so that I can just zip them and Velcro them, because I'm too fucking stupid, dude. I turn wrenches. You know what I mean? Like so I'm just like dealing with this whole like fucking imposter syndrome thing, man. It's weird. It's weird. We have 16. Damn, 16 people are in here? No shit. Damn, guys. Wow. Okay. That's crazy. Damn. Gee. Oh, shit. There really is. Wow. Damn, Duncan. That's what's up, brother. Thank you, dude. That's wild, man. That's wild. Salmon candy is great. A smoked native delicacy. Bro, legit, hand to God. Hat and Boobs hates salmon. She is not a salmon eater at all. unless I smoke salmon for her. She'll fucking terrorize my smoked salmon, and I go hard on it, dude. I love smoking meat, dude. I fucking love smoking meat, dude. The prep, all of it. So like eventually, yeah, I'd like to get like my own like. I jokingly say that I want to become the America's largest jerky baron, and I want to have my own like jerky lobbyist so that I can influence Congress people to allow my jerky brand. like I want to become that big of a capitalist in the jerky industry. Hell yeah. Thanks, Brandy. I appreciate it. I only do it because you got, look, man, I only do this because you guys seem to enjoy my personality. Like I'm not being fake with you guys at all. This is fucking just like as authentic as you can get, man. Yeah, like to be honest, what you guys get, this version of me is the version that I'm not allowed to be in public, at work. I'm not allowed to be loud. I'm not allowed to be opinionated. So here in my little room in my studio, I can say whatever the hell I want, and you guys like it. So I'm just gonna keep being me, man. You know, like it ain't that hard, dude. I fucking hate posers. You know, it's not that hard. Fair trade jerky, dude. Fuck yeah, brother. Fuck yeah, dude. And I think it'd be cool if I could do it from like local farms here, like around my area, or like if I could expand into regional areas where it's all sourced locally from local farms in the area, because then you're getting like your natural environments, like vegetation and all that stuff, all the nutrients that are locally to you that your body has more of a built-in biome and allergen repellent for, things that are more natural to people living in that area. I think that'd be really cool. Oh, here have big heads, not this one. Oh, thanks, Mr. Detroit City. Yeah, I don't actually have that big of a head. I only wore a large helmet. I don't have that big of a head. My buddy, tons of fun. He wore an extra large helmet. That fucker was like, and my brother wore an extra large helmet. Now they didn't have the Revolution helmets when he played. They had the old Schuett styles, and his was like flat on top because my brother had such a big ass fucking head. But I just wore an extra large, man. I don't think I have that big of a head. It's kind of normal sized. It's kind of square. Actually, if I took my hat off, I got like a blockhead, dude. It's very lunky. I'm a lunkhead, dude. NFL Films deletes video ripping Brian Branch. That's right. This is what I love about our team. Okay, I don't think you see this with the Eagles, with the Chefs, even with the, you know what? I can't say the Cowboys. Honestly, I think the Cowboys actually seem to be a little bit more of a team mentality there for one another than some teams in the NFL. And I'm not a Cowboys fan. But this is what I love about our Detroit Lions. We defend one another publicly, openly, unabashedly defend one another. Kirby Joseph taken to Twitter like a fucking warrior, like a crusader for justice. You know what I'm saying? DJ Reed, Lions defensive tackle DJ Reed did not take too kindly to NFL Films producing a video that highlighted Brian Branch in a negative light. Fuck yeah, DJ Reed. DJ Reader. That's what I'm talking about, brother. That's what I'm talking about. Defending your boy. 1 minute. The 1 minute video used the former second round pick's own words following the team's loss to Kansas City on Sunday Night Football. ESPN analyst Louis Riddick narrated negative plays and the illegal block in the back by Chef's wideout Juju Smith-Schuster. Following a loss, Branch slapped Smith-Schuster in the skirmish resulted in Branch being suspended for 1 game. It was a long time for Lions safety Brian Branch, number 32. He got burnt by Kelsey's basketball move. He got showed up by Mahomes. He got that little move that Mahomes did in the end zone where he spun the ball directly at Brian Branch. And then, I'm sorry. So you want to know how I can tell that Patrick Mahomes is a little baby back bitch with no biceps? Because he flexes and he rolls his hand up to his shoulder and he really tries to maximize the forearm to bicep so that you can't see any type of curvature in his bicep. Now, I'm not that big, but what you really want to do, guys, when you're flexing your bicep, the key is actually in your wrist. And I don't know if you can see this so well. What you want to do when you're flexing your bicep is you want to emphasize so you can show any gap between your elbow and your bicep. And then you want to roll your fist. You want to point your thumb backwards like this because it's actually going to tip your arm and roll your bicep outward so that you can get a little bit more of an emphasis. Not this fucking bullshit. This is what bitches do. This is what Gumbies do, bro. I'm not that big, but like legit, you want to like roll that bad boy back and point your thumb backwards. You see how it rolls your tricep out and adds more size to the bicep? Not this. That's not what you want to do. That's not what you want to do. So that little bullshit that Patrick Mahomes, he should get fined, but we all know Patrick Mahomes, well, Google the term Hoboken squat cobbler, because that's what the NFL... I think we found out the reality of Patrick Mahomes, and the NFL's trying to protect their boy because we all have secrets, and he likes to do the old Hoboken squat cobbler. Reader posted on social media, this is so weird to me. Shake my head, folks will always coon for clicks, though. Not gonna lie, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Shit. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that in the context that I think DJ Reader was saying. I don't know. I don't know if I was allowed to say that. After a significant amount of negative comments from the media and supporters, the post was taken down. I'm gonna go ahead and take what's going on here. Permanent flashy. Thanks, Mr. Detroit City. I was like, what happened? What's breaking? Breaking news. Breaking news. Taunting. Yes, exactly. It's taunting, you guys. It's taunting. Yes, taunting, illegal demonstration. Where's the flag? Where's the fine? Well, you can't find the golden boy, boys. Which is cool to have take, etc. But some of these Detroit personalities have gotten out of hand out here, almost telling people they are stupid humans if they don't go with their take. No shit, man. Okay. 22-inch pythons right there. Not quite, brother. I think I'm at about 18-inch arms. I think last we measured was about the middle of August. I think I was 18 on my left and 18 and a quarter on my right. 18 and a quarter on my left, which is my non-dominant arm, and a tight 18 on my right arm. Don't say python. You're giving me flashbacks to the Philippines. Brent. Ugh. Well, Marge can. I don't know what's happening. I was a Lions fan. I am so embarrassed by the Lions' poor sports. Does everyone agree? Go in the next game. Stop being a baby. Nope, don't agree with that. Simply because it's too many years of all this stuff. New York says we changed the score. Capiche. Final. Nice family you got there, ref. Why doesn't... Yo, Duncan, exactly. Like... I honestly, guys, Brent, I think you left us a link, and Hatton Boobs talked about it. Vegas had some say. I think Vegas was going to lose a few too many dollary dues on that Jared Goff touchdown. And I think you're seeing a little bit of dirty money and corruption, but it'll never be investigated. The NFL is the only show in town. So you guys want to watch this video here, this 1-minute video from that has been deleted? Let's see if we can get it to play.
People doing stuff in between the play and refs don't catch it. Like, they be trying to bully me out there, and I should have never did it.
Dude.
It was a long game for Lions safety Brian Branch, number 32. He got burned by Kelsey's basketball move. Got showed up by Mahomes.
Yeah, this is completely uncalled for.
With his 4th rushing touchdown of the season.
Bitch.
Got juked by Xavier Worthy.
What the fuck is this?
With the feet like a featherweight boxer, gets to the outside.
And took a shot from Juju Smith-Schuster.
An illegal shot.
I got blocked in the back illegally. It was in front of the ref. The ref didn't do anything. I could have got hurt off of that, but I still shouldn't have done that, so.
The turning point led to Branch's boiling point and a 1-game suspension.
Yo, no. This is completely uncalled for. Yo, do you guys see this brand right here? TPUSA should sue the shit out of the NFL for that's bullshit, dude. They literally are using the Turning Point brand right there, dude. What the fuck, dude? And this music, this is a bullshit ass video, dude. Oh my God. I completely agree with DJ Reader. I don't know if I can say anyone will, or they'll always coon for clicks in the context that he means. But yeah, that's just bullshit. That's just bullshit on bullshit on bullshit, dude. Good on DJ Reader, dude. Legit calling that out to the point where the NFL scrubbed it. Pussies. You got called out, dude. Yo, NFL, dude, we all know what's going on, bro. We all see it, dude. Better than flashbacks from the Thailand trip. Hell yeah, dude. Them lady boy love you long time. They love you long time in Thailand. Yes. $10 sucky. Yes. Oh, $10. All right, guys, to kind of bookend this, I just want to shout out Zaire Franklin. Guys, the court of public opinion is turning on the Chiefs. They can no longer cover it up. You guys did it in fucking 1,000K, not 4K, not 8K, not 12. You guys did it in 1,000K on prime time. You did it while Mahomes, Dingleberry was down your throat. Okay. Everybody sees what's going on. Everybody knows what's going on. And thanks to Elon Musk and freeing Twitter, guys like DJ Reader, Kirby Joseph are able to bark back. Zaire Franklin, Colts linebacker, said that Brian Branch was doing, quote, the Lord's work when he got into it with KC's wide receiver, Juju Smith-Schuster. Branch and Smith-Schuster at the center. Yes, we know that. Juju, quote, Juju needed his ass whooped, Franklin said during a recent appearance on the Club 520 podcast. You see Zaire Franklin. He's a captain of the team, too, so his opinion shouldn't be taken lightly. Let's just go there. He's been needing his ass whooped for a minute. Brian Branch is doing the Lord's work, and I am justified in saying Brian Branch did nothing wrong. That's right. Smith-Schuster, he's an ass, bro, Franklin said. This is my thing. I'm going to talk greasy to you. We're going to go right up. And when we go and get that one-on-one, I ain't going to duck the smoke. So if I win or lose, it is what it is. He the type that going to do all the little weird sneaky stuff. Push you behind the back. Go to the ref and then try to be cool with you after. I hate these fucking type of people, man. Franklin referenced photos that circulated online after the fight that showed Smith-Schuster with a bloody nose, and he made fun of the chef's receiver for it. Bro, you can't be crying with your nose bloody. You got kids, bro. Like, what's going to happen with your son? Come on, bro. I'd really be like, feeling like, bro, I can't let y'all, my son in the stands. I can't let you put your hands on me. My girl watching. You might after like this, like, what? I'm going to tell my girl when I come home, I just got my ass whooped on Sunday night. Do you like that voice acting? While Franklin might have got some love, or might have loved the scrum, the Lions certainly did not. The NFL suspended him. Yep, we know this. Dan Campbell's quote, yep, that's not okay. Yep, Brian Branch called his decision childish. Yep, we know that. The incident occurred when Mahomes tried to shake hands with Branch. We know that after the exchange. All right, we know all this. This is all old news. But shout out Zaire Franklin. Yo, legit, brother. Fucking, this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I'm talking about. You're going to start to see this wicked divide between grown-ass men that want to play a grown man sport and little baby back bitches like Juju Smith-Schuster and every single player on the Kansas City Chiefs team. They're all a bunch of crybaby back bitches. They can't win on merit. I put that clip in comments yesterday. Nice. Thanks, Brand. What do you mean the clip? I'm confused. Put that clip out. Oh, that's right. Yes, you did, Brandy. You sure as shit did. I completely forgot about that. I am so sorry. My bad, dude. It's been a wild couple of days. I'm so sorry, Brandy. Nothing beats listening to some Lions talk on the golf course, smoking in some sun. Oh, dude, you're out golfing? Brother. I'm jealous. All right, guys, New York's involvement in Jared Goff touchdown catch potentially opens up Pandora's box. Next on the docket, we got coming from Pro Football Talk. There's an important footnote to the Sunday night trick play that was a little too tricky for the real book. and it's something the NFL needs to address sooner than later. On Wednesday, Lions coach Motor City Dan Campbell said he was told the illegal motion call that wiped out Jared Goff's touchdown reception came from New York. After the game, referee Craig Rolstad denied in a pool report that outside help was used to drop the flag, which had to be the official position. The situation wasn't reviewable. Under the rules, as written, outside help was not allowed. If the officials missed it, they missed it. And so, if Campbell's interpretation, let's get out of here, Mike Florio. If Campbell's interpretation of the explanation is accurate, the NFL used an incorrect procedure to get the correct results. On the surface, that is fine. It's always better to be right than wrong. But the device that the league implemented, per Campbell, opens Pandora's box, especially as to one specific play. The prevailing 2025 narrative as to the tush push has been that it's very difficult to officiate, as evidenced by routine replays of Eagles offensive linemen firing off before the snap. If New York can tell Rolstad to drop a flag more than a minute after an illegal motion foul occurred in Kansas City, why can't New York tell the referees to penalize the Eagles for false starts that the on-field officials missed? That's a very good question, Mike Florio. Look at you, major media outlet asking actual questions like a actual reporter. Cheers. I'm not the biggest Mike Florio fan. I'll admit it. Not a big fan of him. Asking questions like this, you're earning my respect, brother. Remember what Commissioner Roger Goodell said before the NFL learned to stop worrying and love the VIG. Quote, if gambling is permitted freely on sporting events, normal incidents of the game, such as bad snaps, dropped passes, turnovers, penalties, and play calling, inevitably will fuel speculation, distrust, and accusations of point shaving or game fixing. Dropping a flag in violation of clear league protocols is anything but a, quote, normal incident of the game. How can it not fuel speculation and distrust? Mike Florio asking the questions. As to the tush push, the league of office could do the same thing. Of course, breaking protocol to call for a flag remotely would cut against the too hard to officiate narrative, perhaps making it harder to get the 2 extra votes needed in the offseason to get rid of the tush push. I will also remind you that Detroit was one of the teams that voted to keep the tush push. Regardless, it's critical that the rules as written be respected. Failure to do so creates clear inconsistencies. Failure to admit that it happened undermines transparency. Lack of consistency and transparency are 2 things that, in an age or legalized, normalized, and heavily monetized sports betting, can directly result in normal and abnormal incidents of the game becoming grist for speculation, distrust, and accusations of point shaving or game fixing. The easiest solution? Empower replay assistants and league offices to help the game officials as much as to any and all calls they have missed, with the clear goal of getting as many calls right as possible. Ideally, the NFL eventually will make changes needed to ensure the officials get all the right calls. That starts with allowing the procedure that corrected Sunday night's mistake to be used whether the officials miss a call in real time. I'm going to just go ahead and tell you there's a real fucking simple solution for this, and the UFL's first the XFL did it, now the UFL's doing it. You literally mic up everything. Everything is on camera. All mics are on. We hear everything, and we know everything as the viewer. Note how when you are unabashedly transparent in your actions, you leave no room for speculation, okay? If this had happened, right, and we could have seen it all, we would know exactly what transpired, and then it would be out in the open for everyone to see. Unfortunately, now, you know you did wrong, and you refuse to admit you did wrong, and you cower behind muddied waters. It's completely ridiculous. Follow suit with the UFL, okay? They clearly know what they're doing, all right? Embrace transparency, okay? I hate to say it, but maybe you do need to figure out a way to rein in the sports gambling. It is... How's this? My DraftKings stock never fails. I have a few stocks that I buy for fun. DraftKings is one of them. And I always turn a profit because Americans gamble a lot. I don't know what to do other than the transparency like the UFL. I really want to give Mike Florio some respect. These are some... I don't like having to say that he's asking tough questions because these are all simple questions that need to be asked. But in today's age of trash can journalism, click journalism, clickbait, headlines, everything, nobody wants to ask the hard questions. Well, Mike Florio did. He's asking straightforward questions, and I got to respect him for it, dude. Absolutely. Cheers to you, Mike Florio. We got one last article up over here for you guys. I'm going to talk a little Detroit Lions. Jody, how you doing, sister? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good morning, Lions fans. Hey, Dad, how you doing? So is the NFL going to be fined and suspended for the next game? I wish, dude. I wish. Mid-80s. Bro, it's 55 and cloudy here, dude. New York got a call from Vegas before the refs got the call from New York. One better loss. Yeah, that was it, dude. That was exactly that, Brent. That is the story that Hatton Boobs pointed out to me. Some guy gambled $5,000 on Jared Goff and was going to win $500,000 on that touchdown. So that's one guy. Now imagine if there's 20 people that did that. What if there's 200 people that did that? What if there's 1,000 people that did that? Vegas is going to be hemorrhaging money. They can't have that now, can they? It's like Mark Sanchez is making decisions upstairs. Oh, NFL and transparency. Wouldn't that be a change? Wouldn't that be absolutely awesome if we just, had a little bit of transparency? You know what? All right, this is what's going to happen, guys. In a weird turn of events during the offseason next year, Roger Goodell is going to hire Elon Musk to start an NFL Doge department. He's going to cut out all the bullshit, dude. Hell yeah. Jody in the house. Hell yeah, Jody. You're quickly climbing up the ranks of one of the favorites here. I'm not going to lie. You won a lot of points in my book yesterday by quoting Strauss-Howe, fourth generational turning theory directly to me on my channel. You're going to come into my channel and quote Strauss-Howe fourth generational turning theory to me? I've been on that theory for over a decade at this point. That you won a ton of points in my book with that one. Legit. I was very impressed. Very impressed. That's why I say, that's what I was going to say, Mr. Detroit City, is, you had mentioned that some of the other Lions content creators are kind of beating up on their fans saying you're dumb if you don't go with my take. If you don't stand behind what I say, you're dumb. I would actually go the complete inverse with that. My takes require a little bit of outside of the box thinking. So I would actually go the opposite and say you guys are way more intelligent than most Lions fans, because it does require a small amount of patience for me to get to my absolute point, because I'm generally not talking about one issue, but several overarching issues that all compile onto one. So I want to just shout out you guys that y'all are actually a lot smarter than most, because you're willing to go and have these thought exercises with me, and we engage. You know what I'm saying? Like we talk through things. I can understand where people are coming from. Sometimes you can see where I'm coming from. You know what I mean? Like we can have a little bit of a discourse over it. So I just want to give shout out to you guys, being patient and a little bit more intelligent than most. Jody helped spread the channels too. Nice, Jody. I appreciate that. Fuck yeah, you love that quote. It's true. It really is. That fourth generational turning shit is true. True. Mainly was people do that. Couple others. Oh, no shit. WL. Oh, you mean Woodward? No shit. Damn. Unfortunately, guys, the more and more I kind of learn about Woodward, I don't know, like how's this? If Woodward came to me and was like, Hat and Beard, we want to bring you on as on-air talent, I don't know if I would want to do a full 2-hour show with them, but I would be open. Hey, Westwood 1, Woodward Sports, if you guys are listening to me, you guys have these hour-long breaks in between your programs, which is why I broadcast in this block, okay? Why don't you go ahead and just pay me a small fee to license my stream, and then we can stream on my channel, my show, and on your channel, the 1-hour break in between. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I would be willing to do. I think it's funny that the NFL had to break their own rules to screw the Lions this time. They must have run out of BS rules to invoke. That's exactly it, dude. There was no more didn't complete the process. No more he didn't declare himself eligible. No more of that bullshit. They literally just had to make shit up, dude. They had to pull it straight out of their keister to go ahead and just screw the Lions one more time. Detroit Lions secondary looking dangerously thin ahead of Monday night's clash. Now, we're not going to read the whole article because you guys know what this is all about. Obviously, BB's suspended, and Kirby's dealing with the knee. Avonte Maddox is probably going to be out. Is Avonte Maddox on IR? Do we know Avonte Maddox's status? Lions injury report. Oh, damn. He was like completely out. Well, okay then. So Avonte Maddox is probably out, isn't he, guys? Practice yesterday? Maddox practiced yesterday? Okay. All right, good. Are you sure? Motown has said he didn't. Right here. I got it pulled up right here. Thursday, DNP. I got it right here. Week 7. Yeah, this is week 7. Well, if he was at least at practice, that's a good sign. Because if Avonte Maddox is there, personally, that kind of helps lower my stress level as far as the secondary is concerned. I know I shouldn't be putting a bunch of weight on Avonte Maddox, but I do think he's a valuable piece to have here. It was limited. Okay. Seeing he was limited. Okay, cool. Thanks, brother. Dude, appreciate it, man. This is why I fucking love you guys, dude. You guys got y'all got your finger on the pulse, dude, way more than I do. Golly. All right, so we just wanted to skim down here and just kind of take a look at what our defensive backfield could look like. All right, so this would be our base defense, just kind of off the rip as our secondary concern. We're going to go ahead and roll Amik at the 1, okay, the cornerback 1. And then it looks like they're going to divvy up a blend of Trey Flowers because he has the most experience, Nick Whiteside, and possibly a Kendall Fuller at your corner 2. Looks like based on this status, now I don't like this at all, but Thomas Harper is probably going to be rolling at your safety spot, and it looks like we're going to roll Rock Ya-Sin possibly over to the safety. We did see him play that spot in preseason relatively well. Not something I'm high on. I'd rather Rock Ya-Sin play corner, something he's a little bit more natural at, and then the guy that we signed, the second-year pro, Jamie Robinson, probably going to get some run there at the safety spot. Now, if we went nickel, Trey Flowers is going to slide over to your 1, theoretically, with Whiteside and Fuller holding down the cornerback 2, because obviously Amik Robertson's your nickel corner. And then it's looking like we're just going to roll safeties with Rock Ya-Sin and Thomas Harper. Guys, do we know anything? Is this set in stone? Have we been seeing a lot of Rock Ya-Sin at practice at safety? Is that something we can kind of pencil in? I don't say much about those channels, but your channel isn't ran by a shady guy and steals copywritten material from other creators. They might have reported and monetized, can be taken from investigation. Yeah, dude, that's kind of the thing that I've been seeing about. It's the guy who runs the business side over there. Yeah, I agree with you, Mr. Detroit City. I totally agree with you. Some channels out here copywriting material, slapping their names on it. Dude, that's so lame, bro. That's so lame. Dude. I mean, I get copyrighted about once every 3 weeks. Like last week, I got copyrighted because we watched a little segment from Brian Baldinger and Bucky Irving. But like, I didn't get a strike. It was just like, hey, this video can't be monetized, which is fine because I don't have monetization. I only have supers on. Hey, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I know Rock Ya-Sin can play both. I'm just curious, do we know, is he going to be starting at safety? Because this looks like he's going to be starting at safety. This is a very loose outline. It doesn't appear to be an obvious lineup configuration. Yeah, they're banged up over on Tampa side. This is just them talking about filling guys. Nothing really. This is, I guess, so this is just their thought exercise over here at Sideline Report. Let's go back over here to the Lions roster. Take a look at transactions. Because I'm curious to see if who's on the active roster could give us Stein Lawrence certain. Damn. All right. Resign Ekugon and Chris Smith. We waived. Okay, this was earlier in the week. Giovanni Manu on IR last week. Roster, Kingsley Ogana, Chris Smith. Okay, so what I was looking for was some type of a Eric Hallett move. The Detroit Lions signed Lawrence Strickland back to the practice squad and released Keith Cooper. That fucking sucks. And the Lions signed Jamie Robinson to the active roster and Kendall Fuller to the practice squad. So not a whole lot of movement. If Fuller's at the 80% range to go, I expect him to be on the active roster because it's going to give us a little bit more veteran depth and a little bit more flexibility as far as sliding Rockyason around. You know what I'm saying? I know he laughed at Tracy Walker coming home yesterday, but isn't it wild? He's only 30 years old and done after leading us not too long ago. Didn't he blow out his Achilles? Isn't that what happened to Tracy Walker? I mean, because he was kind of on the uptick. I feel like he was kind of on the uptick and then like blew out his Achilles or something like that. Safety. Do. Is he on the Niners roster? Last was with the 49ers, at least. Lions open salary cap room, at least. There's no real news after him. There's no real news. I feel like, though, didn't he like blow his Achilles out or something? Did anyone see that tweet that Dan Skipper posted calling out the NFL? Jody, actually, we talked about that earlier in the show. They delete. Are you talking this one? Where they show a bunch of clips of Brian Branch.
And a 1-game suspension.
This one right here. We watched that, and they deleted it, actually, because shout out, DJ Reader was calling it out, too. If that's the video you're talking about, yeah, we talked about that, because I thought it was, not only did I think it was dirty for them to do, but the music that they did behind it, it's just further solidifies the glazing of Patrick Mahomes, dude. It just further solidifies that. Trace played job quick for some reason. I'm pretty sure he got. Oh, you're good. No, Jody, you're good. No need to apologize. I'm not poo-pooing. I was just letting you know. I'm pretty sure that was the one that we did talk about it earlier. NFL, not for long. Yeah, dude, I'm pretty sure Tracy Walker got hurt. I feel like he like blew his Achilles out or something right after signing an extension with the Lions too. So this is the clip that I'm thinking of making a short. And if you guys don't know what Better Call Saul is, I strongly advise you check it out. I want to make a clip about Patrick Mahomes being Price here in the squat cobbler thing. So we're going to play.
Private, like drug dealer, maybe?
No. He's being evasive because it's a sensitive subject, very delicate, and of no concern to law enforcement.
You know, as much as we'd love to take your word for it, we're going to need a little more than that.
All right, well, this all comes down to a personal dispute. That's all. It's between Mr. Wormald and his art patron.
Art patron?
Yeah. My client has an arrangement with a wealthy gentleman for whom Mr. Wormald provides art in exchange for this gentleman's generous, we'll call it patronage.
Art, like what, paintings?
It's more like digital media.
Digital media.
He made videos for the man.
What kind of videos?
Private videos of an artistic nature. That's what was in the hiding place. That's what it's for.
So this art patron stole the videos and the baseball cards.
Well, there was a misunderstanding. I mean, call it creative differences. Artists are volatile creatures. Guys, this all comes down to just a lover's spat.
A lover's spat.
Okay, two consenting adults had a falling out. That happens. And the patron stole the videos and the baseball cards to make a point, I guess. But the headline here is, it's all settled, hearts have mended, and Mr. Wormald will not be pressing charges.
What was on these videos?
They were private.
You said that.
they were videos intended to titillate the senses.
Okay, so porn.
Not as such. Technically, they would be categorized as fetish videos, but nothing illegal. Just a man, a fully clothed man, I might add, just all by himself. Just Mr. Wormald, fully clothed. Yeah. So.
All right. So, fully clothed, Mr. Wormald, by himself, doing what?
Yeah, come on, man. What?
Squat cobbler.
What's a squat cobbler?
Squat cobbler. You know what squat cobbler is.
No, I don't know what a squat cobbler
No,
is.
me neither. What is it?
What? You two guys are cops? Hoboken squat cobbler. Full moon pie. Boston cream splat. Seriously? Simple Simon the Ass Man. Dutch apple ass, guys.
Dutch apple ass.
English here?
What the hell is a squat cobbler?
It's when a man sits in pie. He sits in a pie.
When he goes, what the hell is a squat cobbler?
And he wiggles around. Maybe it's like Hellman's mayonnaise. It has a different name west of the Rockies. I don't know. But technically, he does a crybaby squat. So there's tiers, which makes it more specialized. Not all pie sitters cry. But I'm going to tell you something. This guy, he's a regular Julianne Moore once he gets the waterworks cranked up.
Pies. What, like apple?
Guys, I'm not the filmmaker here, all right? Banana cream, peach. Oh, and there is a costume involved.
You got to be shitting us.
Yeah, like I would make this up.
He goes, you got to be shitting me.
Hey, the world is a rich tapestry.
All right, so I'm going to take this, and my plan is Saul's going to be the NFL, and Price, or Mr. I can't remember his name, but his street name on the show is Price. He's going to be Patrick Mahomes, and these two are going to be some version of Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes, or Lions fans and Brad Holmes, and it's all going to be about how the NFL's covering for Patrick Mahomes. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing as far as making a funny little haha video. I think that's what we'll do. We'll go with that. I think I don't know why, but Hoboken squat cobbler fucking popped into my head this morning. I was working out. I was just madder than shit about the Chiefs game. I was just getting pissed off about Patrick Mahomes. And what's weird is, like, I'm working out watching a fucking Mark Dice video about Ben Shapiro being a piece of shit, and I just popped into my head. I was like, Patrick Mahomes probably does something goofy like Hoboken squat cobbler. And then I just couldn't stop thinking about how funny it would be to make a video about Patrick Mahomes being doing Hoboken squat cobblers. And that's why the NFL protects him so much, because he's their beautiful little squat cobbling boy. All right, guys, it's been a Friday. Sorry, we ended kind of on a weird note today, but it's been a good week. It's been a real good week. Huge growth, massive growth, dinosauric growth. Such a big dinosauric penis. How could I accomplish something with such a small penis? Overreaction to the Bengals win over Steelers. Joe Flacco saves the season. Aaron Rodgers to rethink retirement. We went down our normal CBS Overreaction Thursday or Friday video. We then went over and talked about how NFL films, well, they got caught with their tallywhacker in the cookie jar, and the court of public opinion is no longer in your favor. Gadzooks, clutch your pearls, NFL. Oh my God. You mean that our customers want meritocratic, tough, gritty, grown man football? No. Well, yes. That is what we want. Listen to your customer base, you pansy baby back bitches. And Colt Zaire Franklin getting a little respect from me. Gonna be rooting for the Colts a little bit more now under Shane Steichen and his Indianapolis defensive captain Zaire Franklin playing for Shane Steichen. Backs suspended Lions safety Brian Branch over the Juju Smith-Schuster fight. Quote, Juju needed his ass whooped. That's what I'm talking about. Zaire Franklin, cheers to you, my guy. Probably one of my favorite players in the NFL now after that statement. My dude, my dude, my dude. And then Mike Florio. Oh, fighting Mike Florio, dude, coming out with haymakers, asking the tough questions, asking the real questions, doing, guys, believe it or not, some of you might be a little too young to know this, but there was a point in time when journalists asked questions surrounding questionable decisions, and that's what they're here for. That's why they are the fourth rail, is to ask the questions. Ultimately, that's why we have a free press, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers to Mike Florio. Just doing what you're supposed to be doing, my guy. And then we finally looked at what could be our secondary lineup if Kirby's out. Obviously, Reed's out, Arnold's out, Branch is out. So what could it look like? We got a couple of little mix-arounds and sloshes we could see. Luckily, we don't play until Monday, which gives Kirby one extra day, and it gives guys like Kendall Fuller, Jamie Robinson, one extra day to acclimate, to know what they're doing. And then, of course, we just kind of got your guys' opinion on me making a funny video about Patrick Mahomes doing Hoboken squat cobblers. One last look at the poll. 16 votes. Guys, this might be a first. 100% of you voted. 1 like equals 1. Let's go Lions. Forward down the field with 100% of the vote. I absolutely love it. Mad Hatter Nation, one more time. How we doing, everyone? See someone post the video of Ozzy skeeted out of his mind lockjaw all back in the day, and the caption is something like, Cam Scatabo after 2 seasons. Dude, I like Cam Scatabo. I like the way he runs, but legit, he's gonna have mashed potatoes for brains in 2 years. If he keeps running like that, which is what I like. I like it. I give him props. But the reality is, brother, you're gonna have mashed potatoes for fucking, and not even lumpy style, dude. Like straight out the box, not lumpy at all. You know what I mean? There's gonna be no lumps in there. It's just gonna be smooth mashed potatoes. Then to complement all of his head first runs and hits. And then a compilation. Yes, dude, exactly, guys. All right, so it's been a wildly successful week here at the the Hat and Beard Show on YouTube, guys. I do appreciate all of you engaging, all of you new guys to the Mad Hatter Nation. I think it's awesome that you're here. Thanks for understanding my stance on Brian Branch did nothing wrong. I think he was a voice for the unspoken masses of the Detroit Lions and even other fans of other teams that are like, this is wrong. This is been going on for too long. Thank you, Brian Branch. Thank you for being a champion of the little guy. Brian Branch standing up for all of us here at the Pride. I genuinely appreciate it. And yeah, we did get pretty good growth over it. So, I'm not mad about it. Thanks to all of you who shared these videos around this week. Again, wildly successful. All of you that commented, liked, or subscribed. Turn that notification bell on. All the things. Just a note, guys. Normally we do a Sunday pregame show right after church. I come home and try and get that up and running. But with the Lions playing Monday night, we're going to take Sunday off. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of enjoy a Sunday morning with Hat and Boobs. And then we'll be double dipping Monday. Obviously, we'll have our normal live show. And I submitted for PTO 17 days ago to have Monday off, which contractually they should be giving me. But considering the clown show that I work for, of course, I still haven't found out confirmation after 17 days, and I won't find out until today at 4:30ish if I have fucking Monday off. How awesome is that? But we should have Monday off, so we'll have a Monday pregame show for the Detroit Lions versus the Tampa, Bay, Buccaneers Monday night for Monday Night Football prime time. Try and have yourselves a good rest of the day, guys. It's Friday. And by the time you get done watching this, you should be about halfway done with your work day. Unless you're like me and you go in and work second shift, in which you're going to get reprimanded. Yay me. It's all good. We got some bullets in our gun to go ahead and rebuttal and refute and push back against management. Don't you worry. Your boy knows how to play the game. He ain't going to paper me out without a fight. That's going to be it, guys. Try and have a good weekend. Enjoy your Saturday. Maybe watch some college football, hang out with some friends, go to the range, go to the golf course if you can. Work in the yard, do whatever you got to do. Earn your Sunday, and then sit down Sunday, watch some football, maybe go to church, call your friends, call your family, have some dinner. We will be back here Monday morning at 10 a.m. talking about all of the recap from your Week 7 action on the main slate and getting ready for the Detroit Lions' big Monday night revenge game. Going to be taking our frustrations out on my guy, Baker Mayfield. Ugh, that sucks, but it is what it is. And this week, Bake, I'm sorry, brother. You're the enemy. So we'll see you then, guys. Have a good weekend. Stay out of trouble. Don't call for bail. I've been Hat and Beard. You've been an attentive audience. Until Monday, bonga bonga. Frig off.